Okay, what's the difference between a Muslim fast and an intermittent fast? So here's the difference between a Muslim fast and an intermittent fast. Right now in Canada, we are approximately 16 hours of fasting, and similarly to an intermittent fast. But here's the differences. With a Muslim fast, we can start eating at sunset and eat during the hours of darkness up to dawn. Dawn is when? Dawn is when the darkest part of the night finishes. Technically, if I was to be more specific than that, technically it's about 18 degrees before sunrise. So darkest part of the night we can eat. The moment dawn starts, we stop eating at that point. We cannot have any food. We cannot have anything that touches the throat, meaning water, smoke, if you happen to be a smoker. Whereas an intermittent fast is what? You can have water during the fast time itself. All right, so typically what happens with an intermittent fast, you can set your times as to how you want. So what I used to do is I used to break my fast at 12 noon, eat what I want up to 8 p.m. So that's my 8 hours of eating. And then from 8 p.m. till the following noon, I was fasting. I could have as much water as I want, could have any watery drinks. And in fact, I had amino acid drinks, which were a part of my intra workouts. So there's your differences. I have to put my disclaimer here. So intermittent fasting or Muslim fasting really does not apply to children. It does not apply to the elderly. It doesn't apply to the sick. It doesn't apply to pregnant women. It doesn't apply to breastfeeding mothers. So please keep all of these things in mind, and as always, please consult a doctor before trying any of these things out. Okay, let's conclude with the Muslim fast as well as the intermittent fast. I have done both for many years, and this is what I can tell you from personal experience. With the Muslim fasts, which are between 29 and 30 days depending on the lunar calendar, I typically lose about 10 pounds every year, and I've been consistent like this every single year. I lose about 10 pounds. I know that there is people out there that actually gain weight, and if you're one of them, it just simply means that your calorie intake is greater than your regular calorie intake during the months when you are not fasting. So watch out for that. My calorie intake does go down a little bit, obviously, because there's less meals in the day for us and different times. So I typically lose 10 pounds, and I normally gain that back within about 2 to 4 weeks. And how does that happen, and why does it happen? So the simple answer to that is, first of all, when I'm fasting, I don't hit the gym as hard. So that's number one. And then number two is you get back into your old eating habits. But I have a funny feeling that when I finish my fasting, the Muslim fast, I do go back to the gym fairly quickly, and I'm ready to bulk up again. And through muscle mass, it allows me to get back into my normal habits very quickly, and I gain my size quite quickly. And this is probably the reason for the gain in weight. It may be I've gained more muscle mass rather than fat. Let's talk about the intermittent fast. When I'm doing the intermittent fasts, I normally do it for about 10 weeks, and I lose about 10 pounds. So with the Muslim fasts, I lose 10 pounds in about 4 weeks. With the intermittent fasts, I lose 10 pounds in about 10 weeks. But here's the thing, I keep off that 10 pounds. So when I do my intermittent fast and I need to shed a few pounds, I lose that, and it kind of stays off. Again, let me give you the reasoning for that. Is that when you lose weight slowly, you normally tend to keep it off. People who lose weight really quickly, 2+ pounds a week, they will gain that weight that much quicker as well. So when you're losing weight, try and lose about a pound, no more than 1.5 pounds a week, and it will hopefully keep off you. Same with when you are bulking up. When you are bulking up, don't try and gain your 4 and 5 and 6 pounds a week. It's not going to happen, because the moment you stop your regimen, you're going to start losing that weight. All right. So whether it's gain or loss, try and do it slowly. About a pound a week is about the best formula for retention. Okay. So let me just try and conclude a few other things. So we've done the different differences between a Muslim fast and an intermittent fast, the benefits of fasting, whichever way it is. But I'll give you some other benefits along with it. That first of all, it gives your stomach a little bit of a break. So when you're eating constantly, it really hasn't had time to digest the food in your stomach. It hasn't finished digesting it before more food is coming in it. So it's constantly working, and you need to give your stomach a bit of a rest. Okay. So again, look, there's loads and loads of different types of diets out there. And why did I kind of pick on intermittent fasting for my weight management? Well, first of all, I'm a little bit used to doing fasting anyway, so I thought, let me give this a go. Really didn't know too much about other diets, but then later on I went to discover that the ketogenic diets increase your ketones between 4 to 6-fold, whereas intermittent fasts increase your ketones up to 20 folds. And I think from everything I've said, you know how important it is now to get the ketones released. That starts burning up your fat storage. A study by one of the universities in America, and I can't remember which university, but I'll put a link down in my description about all of the facts where I've got them from, showed that when Americans are eating 3 meals a day plus snacking during the day, never reach ketosis. And if you don't reach ketosis, then you're not releasing any ketones. And if you're not releasing any ketones, it simply means that your fat stores are not getting used. Your fat storage is not getting used by the body, and this is the reason that people are gaining weight. Honestly, the only thing I can really say to this is that you gotta try the intermittent fasting. Give it a go. You know what? It's something that you can give it a go, and ultimately it's mind over matter. If you can get over the fact that you're not going to have a breakfast, or you're not going to have a lunch, or you're not going to have whatever it may be, you set your own times. Once you get over that fact, you will find that you're in such a good place, and your body really doesn't get hungry. It's your brain telling you it's hungry, but your body is not hungry. The same signals that are sent to your brain for hunger are the same signals that are sent to your brain when you are thirsty. Replace it with a glass of water. Let me know after that if you're still hungry or not. If you're truly hungry, your signals will go to your brain to say, I still need food. But 9 out of 10 times, that glass of water will be sufficient, because it wasn't that your body was hungry, your body was thirsty. When you want to do your intermittent fasts, please try it out for about 30 days, I would say, before you see results. And I'll give you again my example here is that I don't typically change my diet when I start intermittent fast. And remember, when I'm fasting on the intermittent fast, I can have my watery drinks, my liquids, clear liquids and things like that. So this is what happens to me normally, is that within about the 3rd or 4th week, for the first 3 to 4 weeks, I don't see hardly any change. Between my 4th and 10th week, I see big changes happening. Why is that? Because what happens is that when I start my intermittent fasting, I'm still eating my regular food. Then my body automatically realizes that I've only got 8 hours to eat. So in them 8 hours, I better eat the good stuff. So you start skipping on the chips and the chocolates and the desserts and things like that. Your body automatically reacts that way. So you start eating better and healthier without you trying hard. All right. So that's when you're going to start seeing results, is approximately 2 to 3 weeks later into it. Certainly, if you do 30 days, you're going to start seeing results. I would definitely say that you would carry on once you start seeing results, because there's nothing better than seeing results. Okay, here's an unusual fact that men in the West, women in the West, 2/3 of them between the ages of 40 to 50, 2/3 of them are overweight. Between 50 and 60, most people will gain 1.5 pounds every year because your metabolism is slowing down. If, for argument's sake, you don't look after yourself between the ages of 40 and 50, what weight you've gained between 40 and 50 is typically the weight that you're going to carry on having from 50 onwards. So be careful in that age bracket between 40 and 50 that you want to watch your weight, and make sure that when you get to 50, you haven't got so much surplus weight that it becomes so hard for you to get rid of. So number one suggestion is, between the ages of 40 and 50, really watch yourself, control yourself. So when you get to the 50, you are not laboring that extra weight on you. Between 50 and 60, you just need to make a routine between hitting the gym, having a good diet, having some intermittent fasts here and there, or different types of fasts, depends on what you want to do. And also, it's just proven that when you have got the extra weight, it actually makes a burden on your joints, on your muscles, everything else. So you want to be a lighter frame than having the 2/3 of the people who are overweight. All right. So anyway, look, I just want to finish off by saying that if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, please liking it, share it with whoever you may know, and hopefully I will see you really soon. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye. Brain drive neurotrophic.
Say that again.